Hello fellow Star Citizens, I am Scrapjet, and this is Noob Citizen, a channel dedicated to helping you play Star Citizen better, or at least as well as I've figured out so far. In today's episode, I'll be showing you how I land and take off in large ships like the Hercules C2. If you find this Star Citizen content helpful, please subscribe and smash that like button. Here we are running out to the C2 as quickly as I can. Here we get the elevator going. And when I get to the top, I like to contact air traffic control and request to take off. Just because it takes so long for those doors to open. This way, by the time
You are clear to launch.
I'm all set up, the doors will be fully open and we can take off.
Industries, a journey worth taking. Systems on.
I like to turn on the quantum drive right away too, just so it has time to spool up while we're taking off. I see the doors almost all opened, fully open there. I've also cranked up the shields to 100%, so they're hopefully be close to 100% by the time we leave. And I also increased the speed there. And now we're taking up. It's very simple. Just hit the space bar, you go straight up. And then once I'm a couple meters up, I'll retract the landing gear and pull up.
Landing gear. Oh.
That's pretty much it. Takeoffs are pretty easy. They're not hard. At least not from even from a vertical takeoff from a hangar.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Here we are approaching Ariel.
Quantum travel complete.
We'll head on over to Bez deck. As soon as I find it. Oh, there it is. I like to kind of turn myself around so we're in line with it.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
And so once we're out of quantum drive, I'll pull down so that I'm at 0 degrees there. And then I'll just put the pedal to the metal there. And the idea, what I like to do is I like to come straight down on wherever it is I'm trying to land. Going through the atmosphere, it's slower because you're not going to be able to get to the speed you would probably like to be able to get to. And also it eats up more of your hydrogen. So I like to stay just above the atmosphere. And you can see, since I still have the quantum drive on, you can still see Bezdek's hexagonal symbol there. And we'll just watch it. And once it's about 3/4 of the way across our top, we'll cut power. Right about here. And then I'll pull up, move down to SEM speed. I'm just gotta find the marker again. There we go. And since it's dark, I'm gonna keep the quantum drive on so I can see where I'm going until we're a little lower.
Landing gear down.
I put down the landing gear and also engage the VTOL. And also turn on the lights as well if it's dark. Now I can see the pad. So I'm going to line up on it. Try and get myself pretty much squarely in the center. One of the reasons why I like coming straight down is because I'm less likely to hit anything. You won't hit any trees, you won't hit a mountain. The only thing you could possibly hit is the ground. So between saving on the hydrogen and not hitting anything, I kind of prefer this. So I make myself nice and perpendicular to the pad, and then once I feel good about that, I pull up and turn off the lights and straighten ourselves out a little bit. There we go. I press F4 to go for the exterior view and hold down the Z key so I can swivel around. Then start hand control to lower us. We're down. Then I press I to turn off the engines. And we're done. And that's really all there is to landing on a pad. It's not too bad. Vertical takeoff from a pad is pretty much identical to vertical takeoff from a hangar, except usually I'm leaving from a pad, I'm leaving the moon, and there's a potential for pirates, so usually what I'll do is I'll try and get as much done on the ground as I can. So I'll even set my course. There's Hurston. And it's great, we only have to make one jump instead of two. Sometimes you have to go to an orbital marker first. But I let the quantum drive spin up. I make sure I got my power to like 3/4 speed for the limiter. I just hit space to go up, and then since we're up a couple meters, pull up, go straight up, hit the W key to accelerate, pull up landing gear and the VTOL, turn VTOL off, and I just wait for that that little marker there to turn green or white, which it just did. Then we just swing over. We're not even, I think we're like 5,000 meters up maybe. I just swing over and start the quantum drive.
Quantum travel engaged.
So there's very little opportunity there for a pirate to come along if we're on our way that quickly. And that's all there is to a vertical takeoff.
Quantum travel complete. Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
So this horizontal landing in the hangar, and what I do is after I come out of quantum, I try and straighten out. So I'm flying in level with the space station. I speed up to usually about 3/4 speed. And at this point, I do a 8-second countdown, and then I cut power. And coast the rest of the way in.
Hello, and thank you for contacting EDL Landing Assist.
I'm lined up for what should be the hangar they assigned to me.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Then we go the rest of the way in SAM power. Trying to stay square with the hangar. And I put the landing gear down, and I put myself in VTOL. And we're going to get pretty close here before we can start really doing the final lineup. I don't think the doors have even opened yet. Yeah, it looks like they're just opening. So I should put my crosshair right there in the center. There was actually a little window area. It looks like that's where the air traffic control people sit. So I just line up with that. I move a little to the left, a little to the right if I need to make sure I'm good and square. And I'll move in a little closer. I hit F4, hold down the Z key, kind of swivel around, looking to make sure my bottom skid there is going to clear. Then I start looking at the sides, make sure they're going to clear. And keep taking it in. Usually if one side at least is going to clear, the other side's fine. This one's very close, so we should be alright on the other side as well. And then once we're all the way in, right about here, I'll hold down the N key, which will start the auto lander. And then I'll let them do the rest of the work.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
So this is horizontal takeoff from a hangar. I'm running out to my C2. Very similar to our takeoff from the vertical hangar. I'll get a little air traffic control request doors be open.
You are clear to launch.
So as you can see, the doors are now open, so no waiting. What is I'm going to
Saber Industries, a journey worth taking. Systems on.
reduce power down to about 20%, I guess, and then turn on the VTOL to pull the fins in a little more, give us a little more room. And then I'll just hit the space bar to try and get us up. But you gotta be real careful because it'll continue going up. So you may have to hit the control button just once, just give it a little tap. And then I'll pull in the landing gear.
Landing gear up.
And then move very slowly forward, and I'll keep myself between 0 and 5 degrees. And I'll start picking up speed as I leave. That's it. I just kind of pull away and we're done. Okay, so this is vertical landing in a hangar. We'll be landing in Laurelville.
Quantum travel engaged.
Lorville's interesting now because it has this thick cloud layer that you kind of have to go through. So if right now I do see the building lights there, so I can kind of home in on that. I have an idea where I'm going. If I didn't, I would just go straight down, and you'll clear the clouds at about 5,000 meters. There's plenty of room. But in this case, I have a pretty good idea where the landing area is, so where the hangars are. So I'm just going to start heading there. Eventually I'll see their little floating billboards, or I'll clear the clouds, one or the other. Oh, there are the billboards. I see them. So the idea here is I want to actually fly directly over where all the hangars are. Pretty squarely if I can. So again, I can come straight down into the hangar area. So I'll orbit around, so I'm looking directly down at my ship. And once I feel I'm in a good spot, I'll just hit C and let it stop. And then point down. And I'm only a little over 5,000 meters up, so I can go ahead and contact ATC. Sometimes they're a little slow to reply. Looks like we got some other traffic down there too. Oh, there it is. There's the spot. So I'll just basically aim for it. Go at STM speed. Try and come down as straight down on it as I can.
Landing gear down.
And of course I put my landing gear down. And also went into VTOL mode. And usually I'll actually overshoot to try and come down more vertically if I can. Once I'm close enough, I'll kind of straighten out a little bit. And then I'll pull up to 0 degrees. And usually Lorville is pretty windy. I'm surprised there's no wind today, of course, when I'm doing this. But if there were, I'd be shifting around, and I'd have to actually use like the D and S and W and A key to kind of basically I want to get myself nice and square into that hole. And then once I'm square, then I just drop right in. And of course there's no wind today, so I can just drop right in. Once I get past that the little blue gritty line thing at the top there, I can just hit the end key and the auto lander will take over. But of course I'm not all the way in yet. So there we go. That should do it. Or not. A little further. I'm so lazy. There we go. That's pretty much it. Like I said, I kind of wish this was a more windier day, but as long as you get lined up with the hangar, you can just drop right in. It shouldn't be a problem.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
I hope this helped alleviate anyone's anxiety about performing landings and takeoffs with some of these larger ships. I know it took me some time to confidently fly one, so I hope you find these examples helpful. And again, if you found this video to be useful, please subscribe and smash that like button. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.